So, hey gun people, how did we get here? Ponytail police, sergeant on scene, and this happens.
We're gonna have to rip this dude out of the car. He's Super 918. I have a gun before. Hey, no, no! He said he's got a gun! He said he's got a gun! He said he's got a gun! I got scared! I'm like a fucking pedophile! Hey, drop it! Drop the fucking gun! Drop the fucking gun! What's that you on, Brandon? Stay right there.
And he's dead. Now, they don't say who shot, how he was shot, where he was shot. I thought I heard the female screaming in here. So, this has some interesting questions for me on tactics and legality. So, let's see how the 911 call comes in.
Got a guy in my parking lot that he's parked out there, living in his car or whatever. We made contact with him yesterday, asked him to move on.
So, the caller says he's in my parking lot. We made contact, asked him to move on. So, the call should have went out, trespassing, go ask the guy to leave. If he doesn't leave, then he's arrested for trespassing. That's what should have been a call. I don't know what the call was.
And put a sticker that he was in violation on his car. While they were tagging the car, he came up and he ripped the sticker off and said, "I'm not going anywhere." And I went out there, and the guy's got beer cans all over.
I got a question on why they didn't call the police yesterday. If they asked him to leave yesterday, they let him stay overnight. Now there's beer cans everywhere, and now they're calling the police. Obviously, they don't want to approach him again. I get it.
And I didn't feel comfortable approaching him today if he's been drinking and had an attitude yesterday. So
yesterday you guys did ask him to leave?
Yeah, yesterday we did ask him to leave, and he said, "I'm not going anywhere."
So he has been drinking?
I would assume so. There's
Because he's throwing the beer cans?
there's at least 12 beer cans laying on the ground outside.
So when this guy said there's at least 12 beer cans, I went, come on, dude. There's probably 1 or 2 beer cans. This guy's exaggerating. Then I saw the video.
Out of his car.
Look at all those beer cans. I was like, what the? Dude, this dude ain't trying to hide nothing. All right, so the doors are open. Cops approach. Parking lot. Been asked to leave. Clear trespassing. They have authority to be there. I'm good with everything.
Hello, police department. Yeah.
Cop identifies himself. Comes off pretty friendly, not an asshole.
Hello, sir. Are you Mr. Jacob?
Don't be on Jacob.
What's that? What's that?
Don't be on Jacob.
You're what?
Beyond Jacob.
You're beyond. Do you have any weapons in here?
I am the whip.
He says his
Okay, motherfuckers.
his battery's dead. He won't say if he has any weapons on him. He gets to saying he is.
Okay, so my first thought as a cop, if I pulled up to dude in a car like this, he just has so much access. There's no way I can visually clear this car for weapons. I want this guy out of the car as soon as I can. Okay? I'm not saying the cops should have pulled him out. I'm not even sure they had the authority. I mean, cops can do what the hell they want. There's no repercussions. So whether or not they had the authority or not, this cop could have reached in and goes, "Get out of the damn car," grabbed him and pulled him out. I'm not saying he should have done that. I'm saying if he would have done it, there wouldn't have been cops would have got away with it. I'm just trying to figure out, would there be legal justification? And right here, I don't think there is yet.
Beyond Jacob.
You're beyond. Do you have any weapons in here?
I am the whip.
He says.
Okay, so the guy doesn't ask if he had any weapons. Okay, he doesn't have to. I get it. All the people are going to be here. Why should I talk? I get it. He doesn't have to ask to. He's got all those beer cans. He's obviously under influence. He's talking like he's crazy. Might be mental health. He's not thinking clearly. This guy is a danger to himself and others, and if I leave him in this car, he's a danger to me. So, at what point do they just reach in and pull him out without being too aggressive? I'm not sure. I'm just throwing out questions for you guys to tell me how wrong I am.
Okay, motherfuckers.
His battery's dead. He won't say if he has any weapons on him. He gets to saying.
Okay, if a guy said his battery's dead, to me, in order to negate the defense, that he would have left if he could. So the cops can either do one, well, you need to leave your car. They want you off the property. When you come back with a charger or something, then you're allowed back on the property. Right now, the property owners want you gone, so you need to leave the car. Another option would have been, hey, dude, ain't nothing going on. I'll call a tow truck. Have them come out here and give you a jump. Or, do you have jumper cables? I'll give you a jump from the police car. If that's his excuse, that might have got him out of the car. It might have showed that you were trying to help him. I'm not saying the cops did really bad here. I'm just saying, look, man, when you approach these people and they're crazy like this, just try to be a little bit of human and try to help them instead of just immediately. And again, I'm not saying these cops were jerks. Not that I saw in the video. The video's cut, but we'll see.
And he is the weapon. He's talking a bunch of crazy stuff.
I don't give a fuck what a pedophile name is.
Okay.
Pedophiles, I don't talk to.
You said these are your...
Fuck off, you goddamn pedophiles.
Okay, so the woman is the sergeant, and she has to get involved instead of just advising or backing up and letting the primary handle it.
Stop.
Hey,
Stop.
So, I'm not sure why she's putting her hands on him here. Was he trying to shut the door? If that's why, I would agree. This guy ain't shutting the door. He may jump in behind the car. He may start the car. He ain't going in the car. This guy is, per se, for all practical reasons, in custody. He's trespassing. He's been asked to leave, and he hasn't left. The only thing we're waiting on is either more officers or how are we going to get him in custody with the least amount of damage to us and him. So, but for all practical reasons, this guy isn't free to leave. He's detained, maybe under arrest, even though they didn't say it.
Look at you.
I think de facto is what I'm looking for. De facto under arrest.
Pedophile. Stop. Pedophiles like the grab.
Stop.
Whoa.
So right here, I think I was like, why don't you yank him out of the car? I don't want him in his car grabbing a bottle, a beer can, a screwdriver, much less a gun. But I don't really care about the guy. I just don't want him to arm himself with anything. He's already demonstrated that he's kind of uncontrollable and a little bit crazy. I know you guys will call me a jackboot, but if this was me, as soon as he started reaching out the car and I put hands on, he's coming out. And he's either coming out standing up or he's coming out flying to the ground, but he's coming out that car and I'd have put him in handcuffs at this point right here, which would have probably saved his life because now he's dead because these cops were soft shoeing it. You had a woman there. She wanted to talk. She probably didn't want to get too forceful. This guy didn't want to get too forceful in front of the woman. Didn't think he had backup. You hear a siren in the background. Probably another male cop coming. That's what they're waiting for.
Without your fucking free will.
He's putting his hands, pushing away. He's resisting. He should have been out of the car right here, in my opinion.
That's right, you fucking pedophiles.
Hey.
You goddamn pedophiles. Fuck all you pedophiles.
Dude, you need to
Fuck
stop.
you. Fuck you.
Notice how effective this woman is. Hands right here. Pretty much scared. I mean, I don't see her face because they're blurring it, but her body language. Is she scared of this guy?
You need to stop.
Fuck you.
Down.
But there I show I love you. There I won't hurt you. But there you know you're fucking pedophiles.
What's your first name?
Okay. Raise your hand if you think this guy just had a couple beers and he'll be all right. We should just leave him alone. Well, that's because you're an idiot. This guy is going to do this to them. He's going to do it to someone else. This guy's a danger to himself or others. At a minimum, he needs to be in protective custody and be evaluated by a mental health professional. Okay? I'm not saying he should have been killed. Well, maybe he should have been killed by the way he did it, but...
I don't talk to pedophiles in that
Well,
way.
do you see all this?
I won't share who I am with
beer cans we
pedophiles.
have out here?
Fuck off.
I'm gonna need you to clean those up.
So the woman goes to their number one weapon, their mouth. I'm going to need you to... Who thinks that there is a chance in hell that this guy's going to say, yes, officer, I'll pick up the... Of course not. That's a dumbass statement. I'm not going to tell the guy... It's just stupid.
I need you to shut the fuck up, you pedophile.
Exactly. I'm with this guy. Shut the fuck up. Rick, you can't... Whatever.
Well, that's not gonna happen today, sir.
No shit. I'm going to take a wild ass guess, a swag here. It ain't never going to happen that she's going to shut up when she's told to shut up. But whatever.
Fuck yeah, you won't.
To clean those up.
I need you to shut the fuck up, you pedophile.
Well, that's not gonna happen today, sir.
Fuck yeah, you won't. Of course you won't. Because you're a pedophile.
Yeah, that calmed him down. Good job. Wow, if we had more women officers, they would calm the situation, Rick. And they're more sensitive than men. And we need more because they calm the situation. Yeah, she really calmed him down. Perfect. Good job.
Pedophile.
So since he's refusing to leave.
Yeah, pedophiles.
Cop's like, so he's refusing to leave. No shit? Damn. Dr. Obvious. I know why you got promoted to sergeant. You don't miss nothing.
Do what?
Yeah.
They forced their will on everybody.
Have you already told them that he has to leave?
Yes, I did. I told
Yeah,
him.
force the pedophile to talk.
These two cops are having a conversation like they're in a briefing room discussing legal theory. Meanwhile, they got a crazy guy running around with his arms free. They haven't searched. They don't know whether he's got a gun. They don't know if there's a gun, knife, screw, nothing. So officer safety on these two are idiots in my book. Rick, you just want everybody to be a jackboot, and you were jackboot. Whatever. I didn't have to shoot anybody. Nobody got shot because I was pussyfooting around. People I dealt with knew I meant business. I did what I said I was going to do, and I prevented probably a lot of people from getting killed because we were a lot more, hey, this is going to happen. Don't fuck around.
But they know how to talk.
Look at his hands. Out of position, reaching. He could be reaching for a gun in between his seat. That's a common place for guns to be kept. These two idiots are out here talking like they're freaking deciding what donut shop to eat at today.
With their words and then go against them too. You know what I mean?
Is that for us?
Oh, look at her nice ponytail. Look at that nice, long, flowing hair, Rick. How can you say that? She's a sergeant, Rick, and that hair, you know, no criminal would ever grab that or use that to throw her to the ground. No, of course not.
We're gonna have to rip this dude out of the car. He's super 918.
Okay, so this guy doesn't know how to talk in code or secret. He knows the guy's excitable. And he tells the guy showing up, we got to rip this dude. I want, as soon as this guy hears this, watch him reach. I mean, it is immediate. This guy may be crazy, but he ain't that crazy.
Go against them too. You know what I mean?
Is that for us?
We're gonna have to rip.
So he's talking to another male cop showing up because now he feels like he can do it because he's not stuck with the female sergeant. Watch this guy's hand. We have to rip this guy out of the car.
To rip this dude out of the car. He's super 918.
There goes the hand. Rip this dude out of the car. He's like, oh yeah? Maybe not, pedophile. Crazy.
I have a gun before. Hey,
It's hard to tell. He says, I have a gun.
we're gonna have to rip this dude out of the car. He's super 918. I have a gun before. Hey, no!
So the male cop takes immediate action, jumps in a car, tries to prevent the guy from pulling a gun. Good job. Should he have jumped in a car? I don't know. It was instinctive. Sometimes you do shit. That's why cops sometimes reach in and grab a steering wheel. They want to grab the key. They want to grab the gear shift and try to shove it in park. It's just an instinctive, quick reaction to go in. Safety-wise, soon as he said he had a gun and reached, he should have drawn his gun, evaluated, started creating distance, and when he saw the gun, I don't care if he mag dumps or whatever. If you pull a gun on me, you know, after I have my gun pointed at you, well, you know what? Then you get the bullets. So, but he jumped in immediately, and sometimes when you commit to something like this, you're stuck. You can't back out now. So he was stuck in there. I don't know if he shot or the female shot.
No! He said he's got a gun! He said he's got a gun!
My guess is the male cop that showed up shot. But they don't say that. It's always, I guarantee you if the female shot, it'd be in the headline story. Female sergeant saves male officer. But it didn't say that. So my guess is the male came in and shot this dude. Because the female was standing around panicked, fixing her hair.
He said he's got a gun!
Is that the female sergeant screaming?
No! He said he's got a gun! He said he's got a gun! He said he's got a gun! I got scared now!
So the gunshots are really muffled and kind of silent, so you really can't hear them. But I think this is where he gets shot. You hear a slight pop in the background.
I got scared now!
That pop right there, I think, is where he got shot. I don't know if this is blood splatter or not.
Fucking pedophile! Hey, drop it! Drop the fucking gun! Drop the fucking gun!
So it looks like the guy who had his hand on the gun had his gun out. So maybe he's the one that shot because his gun's out.
Gun!
They show a different view, but I still can't tell.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Yeah, I see his hand. I see his hand. Are you good? Yeah.
Is that for us?
Different view. Female. Didn't paint her. She got nice long hair. She didn't paint her fingernails. What's up with that? Anyway, I digress.
We're
We're gonna have to rip this dude out of the car. He's super 918.
He's reaching. Moves his leg to reach. Notice the quick response. The attentive, type A, aggressive sergeant. Doesn't freaking move.
Hey, no, no!
Still doesn't move. This guy's jumping in a car, grabbing. She's like, oh, look.
He said he's got a gun! He said he's got a gun!
Never gets her gun out. Is this her hand or another officer's hand? I can't tell.
Got a gun!
Okay, maybe it is both her hands. So she doesn't shoot, for sure. Looks like he's pulling his gun. Okay, he is pulling his gun. So he's the one that ended up shooting him. Oh, it looks like he shot him in the head. He went straight to the head. Straight to the head or neck. As soon as he drew his gun, notice female officer abandoned him.
He said he's got a gun! He said he's got a gun!
Zero help. And he pulls the hand away from her. She's got two hands on a gun. He pulls it away because she's strong and empowered. And this guy's on his own now with the guy in the car with the gun. Because the female officer, the female sergeant, she was supervising. She had to move back to get a better view to supervise the incident. And it's done. All right. Hey, those are my takes. Like it or not. If you read the description, blah, 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 male called, male officer, I am the weapon, several times to leave, the officer requests another unit, First Officer Martin, Sergeant arrived, oh great, conversation, soon after Martin began to scream at the officers, the door tried to shut, the officer prevented it, he yelled he had a gun, as he yelled, Martin reached his hand toward his waistband, and said Martin grabbed his holster. He did grab his holster. I didn't point that out, but I did see, I don't know if he was grabbing it or just trying to fight him off, but that did justify more force when he was reaching for his gun also. Then it says Martin was removed from the vehicle. See, it doesn't say, this is when the officer-involved shooting happened. It doesn't say who shot. Martin was removed from the vehicle, attempted life-saving. He later died at the scene. A handgun was found in his pocket. I meant to ask you guys, does it matter if he had a gun or not? The fact that he has a gun is better, but that's not information the cop used when he pulled the trigger. The information the cop used when he pulled the trigger is the guy said he had a gun. He made furtive, quick movement to reach for something with a gun, and I was fighting him, and I was in fear of my life. That's why he shot. Doesn't really matter whether he had the gun. To me, it matters. I think cops ought to have to confirm a little bit more that there's a gun in certain situations. In this one, I don't know, rapidly evolving, this would be kind of tough one. It would be a long discussion on what factors would be involved, but doesn't really matter. Did the officer, when he had his hand on him fighting, did he see the butt of a gun? Did he see the outline of a gun? When he grabbed his hand, did he feel what felt like a gun in the guy's hand? We don't know any of that. All that would be used for why he pulled the trigger. But the fact that they found a gun afterwards does not change whether or not this is good or bad. It just makes everybody feel better. And I'm not sure if I can find real quick where he grabbed the officer's gun. I think it was on the second.
Are you good? On the car, he's got a
right here I think is where he's grabbing for the officer's gun or puts his hand on the gun. So, and believe me, if you've ever worn a Sam Brown, a belt, whatever they call them now, you know, your duty holster, duty belt, duty gear, whatever they want to call it, tactical support holder, whatever. I'm sure there's going to be some fancy word. Somebody's going to call me. Here's what they call it now. Okay, we used to call it Sam Brown, a duty belt, whatever. You can tell when somebody grabs your gun because there's a lot of leverage and it twists the belt. So when somebody touches your gun, you feel it. You're also highly attuned to that anyway, from officer safety and always protecting it. And you touch it all the time. You know what it feels like. So the fact that he did grab his gun is more justification. All right, we'll end that there. Y'all have a good one.